Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Kimi ga Nozomu Eien discussion series. Today, we're going to be talking about firstly Amakawa Hotaru's route, and secondly Hoshino Fumio's route. Now, Amakawa's route is really good, and fucking hell, it's so moving, and it's really sad as well. And if I'm going to be honest, it's just not really something I expected to see in this visual novel whatsoever. And then we have Fumio's bad ending, which, let's be honest, I think everybody who's read this thinks this, but it's just massive disappointment. I really was expecting more. So it's just kind of a contrast. We have one of the best routes in chapter 2, also one of the worst routes that we're going to be talking about in this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it because there is a lot to talk about. So yeah, let's do Amakawa's route first because let's be honest, that's more interesting. Weirdest start to a route ever. If I'm going to be honest, when I saw the start of this route, I thought it was just going to be fan service shit. I just didn't really have any hope for it whatsoever. Oh yeah, and we've got... Oh no. Oh, never mind. Right. Yeah, so it was a really weird start, and Hoshino, sorry, I meant Amakawa, just felt like this character that was just going to be fan service material. Seriously. And it is funny, those really weird anime tropes that she has, like when she comes rushing towards you, those weird footsteps, and that weird sound effect as well. But yeah, I was really surprised when the route developed into something that was really quite sad because I mean, there's an H scene that was going to happen, and then I mean, obviously Amakawa's in really ill health, so she just totally feels sick, and then obviously Takayuki has to help, and that kind of begins it all because that begins him worrying sick about her. Let's be honest, and him beginning to care for her. And if I'm going to be honest, spoiler for Tama no Mayu's route, but they kind of remind me of each other. Because you have Hotaru, obviously she's got her heart problems that make it so that she's only got a limited lifespan. I mean, who would ever be able to be happy with something like that? Just the thought that you could die any day. I mean, let's be honest, everybody could die any day. I mean, it only takes, I don't know, some sort of, I don't know, falling down the stairs. That's probably the easiest way to die. At home, for me at least. Well, maybe not for people who have a bungalow, but yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah, it's just a lot worse of her because of how limited her life is. And look at her form as well, her body as well. She just couldn't really develop because of her conditions as well. So it's just, she's totally had such a weird life because of it, and yet despite that she can still stay happy, and she's just kind of the character that you respect in a visual novel. I mean, she's just doing so much to help everybody because she's ultimately really grateful to the help that they gave her, and let's be honest, she spends some of the last moments of her life actually helping people. But then obviously she's called Hotaru in the other hospital, and that kind of explains that she can't help people anymore, and she is the person that needs to be helped, really. And yeah, it was really quite something just seeing Hotaru in such a horrible condition after that failed H scene, let's be honest. And then just see her instantly going to the hospital and worrying about a patient, even though, let's be honest, she was not really getting a condition to do so. I mean, that just shows how ridiculously dedicated she is. And then, no fucking wonder Hoshino has so much respect for Amakawa. And what I really like about Hoshino here is we get to learn about her character more, why she became a nurse, in general, just her relationship between Amakawa. We don't really get much about her backstory. She's more kind of a side character. But I still think her character is really quite nice in terms of kind of the role it serves in the story. And it's cool that we get to learn about everything more from her as well. And yeah, it's just kind of cool everything that's happening with Haruka as well, because I mean obviously Takayuki really cares about her, but then it's just Amakawa is the person that he can't stop thinking about after he's worried for her. It's kind of weird, his relationship, because he gets really worried for Hotaru, and then only then he starts to kind of develop his feelings because he really cares about her. But yeah, then we have some of the final stuff before Hotaru has to go to the hospital, and we have the date as well. It just feels like a Naki this. It really does, and yeah, it's a good scene. It really is. It's just really sad, to be honest. But yeah, after this, we just see kind of a change in Takayuki as well. Him just finding it really hard to cope with what's happening with Hotaru. And let's be honest, he's spending nearly every moment of his life just worrying sick about her. And you could especially see that in that really powerful scene where he just wants Hotaru to. I mean, Hotaru is pushing herself so fucking much. He just wants someone she can, I don't know, just kind of not, well, feel more relaxed around and not have to push herself around lots with. And he wants to be that person. And in that hospital scene where he kind of tracks Hotaru down um and then goes, yeah, it's just all of that. And that's really quite nice. Yeah. Yeah, I love this CG as well. But yeah. Mm. And yeah, it's just, it really is quite something, this route, and it's just so sad that Hotaru actually had to die. But the thing is, I mean, would Takayuki have fallen for Hotaru if she wasn't about to die? I don't know. I mean, anything is possible. After all, Takayuki in chapter 2 has the possibilities to date 9 different women. Well, no, actually 8, sorry. But still, I mean, anything would probably be possible in this chapter. But yeah. Anyway, after this, you just see a really quite a surprising part of the plot. Obviously, Hotaru is, she cruelly dies, and then you see the whole letter related stuff, and you see Hoshino and her pretty awful handwriting, and just something feeling wrong. And if I'm going to be honest, I didn't really suspect Hoshino at first. So I was just thinking, what the fuck is going on? And I just really was a bit concerned about how odd it seemed. But then obviously we had the cruel realization that Hotaru had died, and I suppose Hotaru herself didn't really want Takayuki. I didn't really want him finding out, but I just find it interesting that Hotaru actually instructed Hoshino to write those. Sorry, Fumio. I keep on calling her Hoshino because fucking Hoshino is a first name as well, so I get so confused. But Fumio is a first name in Japanese as well. But well, yeah. What I'm trying to say is just, I think it was a really risky move, just making those letters continue. I get that Amakawa was just trying to do it out of consideration for Takayuki, but what if he took it the wrong way? I mean, he could have totally fallen out with Fumio. He could have, I don't know, I feel like a lot of bad things could have happened if everything went wrong. But what I find really cool about this route is well, firstly the grave scene, I like that, and I like just, I don't know how, it's kind of cruel to say, but like how the loss kind of strengthens our relationship with Hoshino. I think that was quite a cool addition. And the end as well. I couldn't believe that. Takayuki becoming so inspired by Hotaru that he literally decides to become a doctor. And obviously he goes back to Hakuryo, which is actually possible apparently. and Hakuryo University, and he does it with Haruka, and yeah, all of this happens. Speaking of Haruka, by the way, it was surprisingly easy for Takayuki to tell her about the other person that she likes. It was surprisingly a peaceful scene, and like obviously once he had gotten over her. But yeah, it's cool that they still are friends. It's not like, I don't know, spoilers for example, uh yeah, let's think about that. Mayu's route. It's not like they've had a complete fallout because of the fact that Takayuki has had a completely different girlfriend. But yeah, they can still recover after, which is really quite cool. And it's such a sweet ending, and it's just so inspirational. And you just think, yes, this is the right thing he could have done, and you just really have admiration for him. It's kind of like all of the chapter threes in a way. Takayuki's just completely changing himself so that, I don't know, he can live up to the expectations of somebody he likes ultimately. And yeah, that's everything I kind of wanted to talk about with Hotaru's route. It's a really good route, honestly. And yeah, there's so much to enjoy from it, which I was not expecting whatsoever. I really like Hotaru as a character, actually. And oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Um yeah, honestly, I get that there were some H scenes at the beginning, but I don't get why it was fully cut out. Like, I'm sorry, but in the enhanced edition, they still have, and I get that it's a really small bit, but they still have part of Mitsuki's bad ending. Yet they've completely cut out Hotaru's route. Like, why? Just cut out. Okay, what they could have done, if you ask me, they could have implied the H scenes were a thing, and they could have just not cut out anything else. Because I'm sorry, those H scenes are the only bits of sexual content in the route, and then everything else is fine. I just don't get why this route was cut out, if I'm going to be honest. Like, in the Enhanced Edition. And also, in the Enhanced Edition, I don't think Hoshino's bad ending is cut out, even though, like, half of it is just sex, let's be honest. But, yeah, now let's talk about Hoshino's bad ending. So, I went into this expecting we were going to learn a lot about Hoshino as a character. The only thing we learn was that she's good at sex. I'm being serious, that's the only thing we learn. And we learnt that if we are a fucking idiot and forget that we have a girlfriend, i.e. Mitsuki, then it will come back on us because she gossips, as Takayuki said. The woman's gossip network is insane. It seems like it applies to this. I mean, I know that's a bit sexist, but it's just a really funny comment he made and how that can kind of apply to this. But yep, gossip happens and then Akane hears it and then Haruka hears it. Takayuki gradually stops visiting Haruka. He probably stops having a relationship with Mitsuki, and then what happens next? Oh yeah, I got no fucking clue. But yeah, I like the CGs. Well, not the HCGs, but there's that CG with Hoshino in a towel. That was cool CG. I think you can really tell that I just don't have much to say about this bad ending, except that, see, what I was expecting is having a relationship with Hoshino, starting to have feelings for her, but then something never working out, and in the end, I don't know, Takayuki ending up single, maybe him ending up heartbroken, something like that. That's kind of what I expected, but no, we didn't really get that. Can I just mention, by the way, Hotaru's route is one of the only good endings. Sorry, let me rephrase that. One of the only endings where Takayuki becomes single and yet he's happy. For example, do you guys remember, if you guys have read Mayu's route, that bad ending in her route, he's also single in the end of that one and yet he's happy? Those are the only two ones I can think of on the top of my head. It's just quite interesting that for a romance visual novel, well, I mean, it's not really. Romance is one of its main themes. It's just ironic that somebody can actually remain single, but obviously that's after having a relationship with somebody who has died. So yeah, overall, really quite good stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the. Oh shit, oh, weird. My OBS looked like it had crashed for a second. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.